So people are probably not paying much attention to what's going on in Kashmir because it's not as big of a story as Gaza. But Kashmir is the most militarized place on the planet. I've done several reports on Kashmir, including a report that I did a few months ago on Project Censored that was basically like an empty chair interview because the journalist from Kashmir that I was going to have on told me that she actually couldn't be a part of the show because she fears for her family's safety back in Kashmir. Kashmir has been under Indian control since the 40s, and basically what has happened now is there's been another escalation of violence. India, what you need to know is basically this: India and Israel are pretty tight. And as outlined in this piece by the Middle East Eye, the Indian government has called to implement an Israeli playbook in Kashmir, which is something that they've already been talking about since 2023, because Modi's government has been buying weapons from Israel and has been really enjoying watching how Israel works in Gaza. And now a bunch of people in his government and just, Hindu extremists are calling for basically to Gaza Kashmir. Kashmir should be flattened like Gaza. Both don't deserve freedom. These kind of statements are being made. And here's the thing, that this has been a fear in Kashmir for a very long time because the Indian government controls Kashmir entirely. Like they imposed a blackout, I believe it was 2019, where they basically like cut off all communications. It's similar to Gaza in the sense that people are completely under the boot of India. So basically,
it's incredibly difficult to get in or out, right?
Right. It can be incredibly, they'll just like cut off the internet. I think I can't remember the name of the page, but if you want to learn more, there is a page that does a great job it's called Stand with Kashmir on Instagram. And it basically gives you context for the military occupation of Kashmir under India and how horrific it is. And also like why it never gets any coverage, right? A lot of people don't even know. I mean, I didn't know until several years ago that this was an ongoing occupation. So I think that it's really horrific, and it also shows that you can't wait for people with genocidal intent to stop. They have to be stopped. And that's actually a line from an interview I did with Kerni Karkonian, who's an Armenian human rights lawyer, talking about what is being done to Armenia and Armenians. And so this is repeatable. It continues. And I wrote a piece about this on Substack about like the repeatability of genocides going back to Churchill, because he perpetuated them. He was an asshole. No one should ever uplift that dude. But so I think it's really important to recognize that Israel is not just a vacuum, right? What Israel is doing is not just showing the tactics, but also showing the impunity. If Israel can get away with it, why not India? If India can get away with it, you see it like, so this like flaccid response, this flaccid global response to Israel is showing countries like India, hey, you can do it too. So let's Gaza Kashmir, right?
Normalizing
it's normalizing it and saying that it's okay, because guess what? The international community is not going to help them because much like in Gaza, the majority of people in Kashmir are Muslim. So nobody's going to come for them. We've proven that it doesn't matter.
And guess who normalized this before the genocide in Gaza began? Well, the U.S. was bombing indiscriminately in Iraq and Libya and Afghanistan. They showed people you can bomb wedding parties in Afghanistan from a drone, and there's no ramifications. It doesn't matter. So it really did. It's normalized it across the board for these murderous, bloodthirsty psychopaths.